All right.
Oh, crap.
So I kept it very simple. I went to Michael's and I got some simple, flexible white poster board, and I just put it in a curve. And I put everything in front of the curve, and I just had some lights, and then boom, boom, boom. And then, oh, look, it's a perfect white background with no features of any sort. So I just lined them up. And so there we start. We start with the the traumatic head injury Necron. He's got his little glow there. It doesn't look as great, super close, but that's the new Tesseract glow they have just for this box set. So, yes. And then there's a little Sautech green there that goes on their symbol.
And I'm on my other screen ordering it.
Now, there's something interesting about how these particular models, I've never noticed this with lead belcher on my other ones. I think because I might have shaded them too darkly, but it gives it there's the white light gives it this nice bronzy thing going on there, like the box, just not to the same extent.
Yep, it probably brings out using the white probably brings out some of the spectrum. And then I had trouble with my older cell phone. It wouldn't pick out the gradation like that.
So yeah, there's how did it jump all the way back there? Why did it start? It started at the beginning, you jerk. Dude, why isn't it? It's just jumping around wherever it feels like jumping. That was not the one I clicked on. So anyway,
damn, they look good.
That's better, huh? How about that?
I didn't do the ribs.
No, you skipped that. What is happening with this mouse?
Yes, we know. It took you 4 hours. You'll have to tell that story. Your first hour and a half.
Oh yeah, I'll get there. And then the highlighting here is that wonderful Tamiya panel line filler. That's just so amazing. I didn't bother thinning down some things, but I think that these little energy nodes are quite well accented with the Vallejo this stuff, the metal color that I used. It's very good. It's actually for airbrush, but that's okay. I think he gave a nice little glow thing there going on. I mean, naturally, if I thinned it down yet more, that would look even better. But time was of the essence.
What base did you have in it? What base color was in the spot with the Tesseract glow?
That's the it was I primed everything white.
Okay.
And then the metal color was underneath the Tesseract glow. I was just playing around with various contrasts in Photoshop to see how they'd look. Not too bad, right? Right? Hello?
Yes, not too bad at all. Sorry, I had to close the window. The doggy daycare was making a lot of noise.
Hate those guys. So the base is, I think, my secret weapon, because it's got a pseudo metallic industrial Terminator kind of feel to it, and it's the I forgot to grab it. It's the
Oh, that guy's really good.
Yeah, don't you think? That base is the covering of a big giant concert speaker. It's got like little gold flecks in it and little strands of metal and strands of plastic. And it makes me feel like they're on like a Space Hulk or something, or like a starship just trundling through, or maybe their whole base is just all metallic because they're metallic, and it gives me a feeling of, oh, look at that. They're all about technology and steel.
If I was judging based on this photo, I would have given it to you.
Wow. Thank you. And I was just playing around with colorization here. I don't know. And I didn't quite get the shiny effect out of the gold fibers that are in here that I wanted, but you know, what are you gonna do? And that's the last one, huh? Okay. Where'd the timer go? And I did all that in 4 hours, 42 minutes, and 31 seconds.
Here we go. All right, so you see my Necron?
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Very good. It's here.
Here we are. So,
all right.
This is the beginning stage. I think this is the guy with the broken arm, so I actually did pretty good fixing him. I used a black, I used the black Vallejo primer with a Tamiya spray gunmetal overall.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they look like. They look like as a squad.
Ooh, I dig it. That's something I totally skipped, was putting energy on the weird backwards bayonets. That's cool.
The part that I'm proud of is I went into the spares box and I just used pigments to this is version 1. If I had submitted it like right here, I would have been in like just under 3 hours or something. But because I used pigments and stuff to make rust, because I guess with the lore of the Necrons is they're buried, and then they come back. So they've been buried for eons. So civilizations have come and gone, and they're coming. So they're coming out of the bottom. So this is kind of like this when the Cylons found the first Earth.
Yeah,
like Battlestar Galactica. So it was all runes and stuff. That was my inspiration.
Excellent.
And so I put debris on each one of their,
which is really fitting because the people often refer to them as the Egyptian zombie robots because they have so many weird pseudo stylistic parallels to Egypt. So that worked out really well.
Yeah, I noticed that on some of their character models, they have the regala that looks reminiscent.
And a lot of the names sound vaguely like Pharaon.
So here's my basic warrior. Some of the
Excellent.
One of my better shading.
Yeah.
And I didn't break out the wet palette because it was a speed paint. So I just tried to keep them wet on the palette. And so I got a lot of hard lines. I bet you if I had taken the time to do a wet palette, I would have had a lot smoother lines. This is another example of the main. This is where I was having the problem. See on the base.
Yep.
It dried on the base. The base was painted black, and then moving them around and stuff, the stuff that didn't get affixed just smeared. And then I actually didn't go back. I just said, screw it. It's not part of the thing. Cause I was going to take the penalty and like multiply it by 2, but I was like, screw it. It's not part of the thing. I was supposed to be done on Wednesday. I was done on Wednesday afternoon. And that was
that does look pretty cool, man. That was super smart to
all the debris down here. And this, can you see where I'm pointing?
Yep.
That's speaking of the parallel to Battlestar Galactica,
is that part of a Viper?
That's a landing gear from a Viper.
That's awesome.
I went into the spares box from some of the sci-fi models.
That's great.
I think this is another piece of the landing gear.
Nice. That looks good.
See, I got the hard lines here.
Well, you forgot his foot, man.
I wish. This is the guy who's stepping on stuff, and it's at an awkward angle. But since it was a speed build, and then you can see the cut.
Was it?
I cut off his whole leg because this is the guy who broke his leg.
Oh,
and repositioned it, and you can see it. Like I didn't have time to fill in the putty and stuff. And I'm happy that I made an attempt to add some blue tint to there.
Yeah, I see.
To break out
nice
gunmetal, and it started showing up. And you can see his.
Oh, now it looks more. Okay, because it looked like a part of the sprue
Yeah.
at that other angle.
Nope. This is his broken leg. I think I reconnected it right about there. It's looking like, and then I chopped off his hip, and I just reconnected it.
That's great.
And then the blue tint. This just shows off the blue tint and
Nice,
some of the
nice.
debris. And I think I finally I replicated some ash like and dirt and rust on the technology that was there, because I figured the planet's burned. And
Yeah.
I put the blue highlights. When I do highlighting, I just hold it. I hold the under the light in the direction I want it, and then anything that's bright in the light, I highlight.
Yeah.
And then that's where I don't dig the outline. I like the heavy metal look, but it's not what I'm going for.
Yeah, I'm might barely try the edge highlighting thing on the bikes because there's so many simple straight edges this time.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'll give it a go and see, but
we're doing 2 of the 3 bikes, and so you can try it on these, and then when we do the third one, you can use whatever technique worked. I designed the phases that way so that we leave room to improve.
Oh yeah.
And it was really hard to get all 10 of those ultramarines done in 1 week, but that was a good send off.
That was a severe challenge, really.
I love the spines. I mean, these molds are awesome.
They really are.
And this just shows some of the debris. That's a Battlestar Galactica landing gear again.
Now, do you want to keep the basing consistent through the factions?
It doesn't matter. You're a builder, so you may have to, but or you want to play, so you may, but I don't think it really matters.
Since I've never bothered basing before, I think I might for this box. I think I'm going to keep it consistent.
And then some of the hard lines on the thing, but once again, I didn't wet palette.
That barrel's great.
Thanks. It's so hard trying to go fast. Yeah, it's because that stuff was so messy. I didn't realize it wasn't dry. I gave it before I tried to photograph him, I gave it a couple of days, and I thought I did. And then the other night I was like, oh shit! The night I messaged you on Twitter, I'm like, no,
that's fine because it looks like something just splashed up.
He dragged it. Yeah. This is my TBI guy.
There you go.
He must have been the first one I did because he's almost heavily blue. And then I was afraid to do their arms and stuff because I didn't want them to snap off.
I totally forgot I made an attempt at dry brushing with Necron compound. I couldn't tell any kind of difference. At all.
And look at this.
Okay, I get it. Yes, it arrived. Thank you very much. Appreciate that little gift. I will use it.
So to him and any other judges, I would like to point out that I sent him the materials to drill out his barrels.
I'm not retrofitting all my fucking models with that.
It was his prize for winning phase 1.
There you go. Thank you very much.
So and then the blue and yeah.
I dig it. I really do. It makes me think. You know what that makes me think? It makes me think fluid is in between shots and settling right there.
It does look fluidic, and it does look more fluidy or like a lava lamp or something.
Yeah.
I was going for electricity, but because when we do one of the 5 we'll do 5 in a later date, we'll do 5 to parade standard, and I'm really looking forward to those. And I may even take the time and do wet palette with the rest of them.
Little advanced.
Some more, just some of the blue. I skipped when I looked at them, if the base coat and everything was like in retrospect on this one, I wish that like right there I had put in some black, but since we were going for speed, I said it looks good enough because the between these two bones that was nice and dark. Between the spine, it was nice and dark. If we were going
real shadows actually work very well here.
That's true too. And if we were going for parade, I would have filled in his hips more.
Yep.
That's just some more of the debris.
Oh,
this is a this is a rear view mirror from a model car.
That's awesome.
I just flipped it upside down.
I dig it.
Looks like an air duct from an underground civilization.
Yes.
And when I parade, I'm going to paint the wires and stuff when we do the parade ready one, or the parade ready one. It's just showing off some of the blue tint and this sculpt is awesome. I mean, for as fragile as they are, look at how much detail's in there.
Right?
Individual vertebrae, some more of the debris. That's
every time I get mad about how expensive this shit is, I remember just how much goddamn precision goes into it.
And every time I go to Gabby's down in Olympia, I buy like Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and I love painting them, but they are nowhere near as detailed.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I got a Iron Realms thing here, Iron Kingdoms from we were playing D&D with Dalton's kids for a while there, and I got them all minis to play with, but we never ended up using them. So I've got a paladin to paint someday.
And then this is one of the guys I'm a little bit happier. I didn't a little bit softer in the transitions.
Such a great shot, dude. Oh my God. That looks amazing.
And then this I mean, this right here is why I want to do them. Look at the wires there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Such a great mold. Just a back shot.
So I'm gonna end up with like 30. Oh boy.
Kind of like a horde.
Yeah, I got, because I had already had 10 from last year, from 2 years ago.
And then
so now I'm gonna have 30 warriors.
My time was 4.7 of an hour.
What